back in Week 15. The Ravens dominated their first matchup against the Steelers. Can Pittsburgh get revenge? Find out next.
It is a cold bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. Tonight we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Lock gonna throw. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year. But it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
They go play action here on first down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face.
And this is caught at the 20. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one, 33 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on.
And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And you can see they've already clinched the AFC North. As it stands, of course, they would still need to host a game on Wild.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And this one too low.
Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Back to throw again. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
They look to throw. It's Locke. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Locke. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Locke working out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And for the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. Let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
He's going to look deep for more. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. He's going to look deep for more. He's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Back to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
For Drew Lock coming out of Missouri, the one thing that scouts they loved was his arm strength, and we see why there.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
This one fielded at the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Throwing now is Locke. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Well, that's really good with the extra point. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when it...
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Akeem Hicks make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now. And this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is it something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Airing this one out for Evans. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 27.
A big play there just before halftime. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
I used to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this one out for Evans. And now here's another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley.
And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They start the drive with Cook. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They run it again with Cook. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Here's Locke. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Kadarius Toney
with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker now to add the point after. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Clock now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A give. This is Cook. They juked him. Cook able to escape. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Block now to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
Well, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
On play action, they'll throw. He completes it to Evans. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Elijah Moore.
Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Ravens on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's go.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's got some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 49 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. On first down, Locke. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Locke's throw here into the hands of Moore.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Shotgun snap to Locke. And complete right side to Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Ravens are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
No gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. To throw it is Locke. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Locke again. To the right side, and he's got Moore complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Now Locke. He's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.